Yeah, maybe we can start with Indrayan.
Hello, good evening. Myself is 𝐼𝐭𝐡. I'm basically from Kolhapur, Maharashtra, and I'm working with Persistent System Limited since last 4 years, and I have total experience around 6 years in IT support field.
Okay, all
Yes,
6 years in the IT support.
yes, sir. Actually, since last 3 years, I am just deploying some applications on Linux machines, which is
Hmm.
hosted on VMware Infra and AWS, but not more I did.
It's a bare metal on the VMware side or AWS side.
Bare metal on VMware side.
Okay, and how you are deploying that application?
Um, this actually we are using Red Hat and Ubuntu OS to deploy that application.
Hmm. Okay.
Actually, this is a IBM project, so we are
Hmm.
using some security appliances for this.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. So overall 6 years of experience, majorly on the support side.
Yes,
Okay. And now you want to switch something like as market is demanding and growing or the DevOps or AIOps like that. You want to think on that side, right? Okay, good.
yes.
Uh, yeah, thank you. So over to Ajay.
Hi, hi, I'm audible.
Yeah.
Yes, I have total 4 year of experience.
Mm-hmm.
I started working in 2021 with MDocs.
Okay.
AT&T was the client, and last 7 months I'm working for Vodafone,
Mm-hmm.
Vodafone Ireland,
Okay.
where we have like I'm working as a deputy manager, where associate lead. So our day-to-day task like some particular windows are there, deployment
Mm-hmm.
windows. So we will deploy the hot fixes on WebLogic
Mm-hmm.
environments
Okay.
and deliver the environment in particular time. And the testing team will perform the testing. And if there any issue comes from infra side, so we will see that
Mm-hmm.
issue and troubleshoot the issues.
Okay, that platform hosted on data center or somewhere.
It's a on-premise, like Vodafone is on DB1,
Mm-hmm.
DB2 data centers in only Pune.
Okay. Okay. Good. So overall 4 years of experience.
Yes, yes. So actually, I am trying from last almost 2.5 years in like
Mm-hmm.
to switch into DevOps. Like
Mm-hmm.
I am CK certified, AWS certified. Like preparing for Terraform, but uh, giving the interviews, but not able to crack.
Yeah, maybe
It happens.
you are facing the scenario based issue, right? Troubleshooting part or something like that.
Uh, yes, sometime that, but I'm not able to prove that you are actually worked on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because they want the experience like you worked on the S3 bucket and everything, and how you face the issues, but they are not like accepting.
Definitely, since you have a 4 years of experience, so they might ask, and you just shown you have two certifications, right? So basic services is fine when you are trying to deal with some interview panel, but they might ask something about solutionizing or something like that in the core level. If you already show your certification, so that level of knowledge we should have. So these things come from the two way. Either you already work on that, or you just study, like you grasp it from the any YouTube channel or blog or somewhere. So two things you can just get it by two ways. Anyways, it's happened initially period when you put some efforts and timing, day to day or maybe weekly, like 2 hours 3 hours something, depend on your lifestyle, then you will definitely get success on that. But you have to keep focusing on that, what you exactly need and where it's lacking in the interview. You know better than me, right? Where is actually troubling you to where you are not able to answer, or any kind of challenges you are facing. Okay, so we will definitely discuss in later part what exactly those issues. Or later part, you can also send me the message as well on the WhatsApp number if you have. Okay, so I can just answer on those where you are actually getting stuck in the interview process.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
over to Naved.
Good evening, sir, everyone. My name is Naved Iqbal, and I have around 7 years of experience. Started my career as a technical support engineer
Mhm.
and worked in that role around 3.5 years, and then transitioned into a cloud support engineer. So currently, I'm working as cloud engineer at Persistent Systems and looking to transition into a DevOps engineer.
Okay. So, you are getting the opportunity to set up something from the scratch, or you are just managing the existing infra.
I'm just managing the existing infrastructure
Okay.
in my current project. So in future, I might get, so I want to be prepared for.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you. Namrata.
Yes, hi all. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening.
Yeah. Uh, I do have a total 4 years of experience, and in that 2 years, 2.5 years, I'm having in a Linux. Currently, I'm working in a RBL bank, where my designation is a support engineer and plus release management. I'm
Mhm.
doing releasing and deploying via Jenkins. But till now we are not getting any project from a scratch. We are just handling the existing infra
Yeah.
and doing the deployment via Jenkins only. Not troubleshooting and anything is handy by me.
Mhm.
So
So
yes,
pipeline you got already pre-configured, or you configured from the scratch?
yes, for deployment it is a pre-config, and for some L1 basic tasks like monitoring and all, I have prepared
Mhm.
that pipelines.
Okay. You are deploying on any particular applications on EC2 or container level.
Container level.
Okay. So which platform you are using for the container?
Kubernetes.
Kubernetes. Is in AWS, GCP.
Yes, AWS. Some of them are in AWS.
Okay. Where are you storing the Docker images?
So that I cannot tell you because
Okay.
senior
Okay. Okay.
level person are handling that.
Okay. It's fine. Okay. Just for your knowledge, if you check the Jenkins pipeline, you will see there where it's actually pushing the Docker images from the
Okay,
pipeline. Just for your knowledge.
okay.
Okay. I think recently joined Anith. Anith, can you please introduce yourself, your name, your
Yeah,
experience, and yeah.
hi Namdev. Hi all. My name is Anissa. Actually, currently I'm working in a Kindle as a cloud engineer. I have 3 years of experience. Before I was working in Kindle only as a support engineer in VMware support and Windows Server support.
Mhm.
Currently working in cloud support, where we are giving support to Windows servers plus cloud related issues like building VMs or any issue coming into the cloud. So
Mhm.
we are supporting multiple clients. And recently, I want to switch into DevOps, and I'm applying, but I'm not getting calls. Sometimes I'm getting calls, but they are
Yeah.
asking for uh, immediate joiner, like within 15 days you can join, and my notice period is 90 days. So that is so difficult for me to get
It's
an
not
interview.
only for you, it's everyone for in the IT. So everyone is looking for the 90 days notice period. So we need to tackle those with the tricks and
Last week I got almost 4 to 5 calls, and all the HR are like, they are asking everything in beginning, and at last they are like, what is your notice period? I told 90 days, but it is negotiable till 60 days, and they are like, oh sorry, we need immediate joiner or within 15 days. I'm like, is your company giving relief within 15 days? They are like, no. How you can ask someone to get released within 15 days?
yeah, it's a debatable option points. You don't have any option buyout वगैरह?
I don't have idea because till now I don't have any offer from last
Mhm.
1 year. I'm searching. I had last year one course with one of the YouTuber, and
Mhm.
after that I started looking for. Till December I got the call, but after that I have some personal issues, so I was into. But recently, again, I started to looking into job change.
Mhm. Maybe you can ask your not HR, just for your any senior colleague who know about the company policy, if there are any buyout options are available or not. Because if you know that buyout option is available, then maybe the company who is hiring you, they might pay in advance to have this buyout option. So that
So,
company will
okay,
do.
I can next time I will get a call. I will tell them there is a buyout option if
But
you are
first check it
interested.
internally. Do you have buyout option or not?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that everyone is have a little bit experience with the different background department, but it's okay. No one is fresher here. I think Vinayak is joined recently or just left out. Okay, let me check.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, sorry. Krishna and Vinayak, can you please give the introduction?
Yeah, hi, Namdev.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I'm DevOps engineer. Currently working at Decode. I'm having 2.8 years of experience.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm here for learning new tools. Like I have experience as well as like I'm still want to grow more and the depth of the tools.
Yeah, good.
That is it. Yeah.
Krishna, you are remaining or done? Krishna, you are on mute.
Namdev,
Yeah, Namdev.
Sorry.
can you just summarize me? Like I have missed like the starting part of this session.
No, no.
Uh,
This is just introduction is giving going on.
okay. Got it.
Yeah,
I
Krishna, you
know
are
that
saying
this is
something.
Krishna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that this is Krishna. Um yeah, I'm from like in a mainframes background. I'm trying to shift to DevOps. At this moment, I'm not sure whether I need to shift to full stack or DevOps. I
Mhm.
don't have the complete visibility, but like even if I had to shift to full stack, again DevOps is required. Uh, so right now I'm in a confusion. So if I want to go full fledged to DevOps, like I have concerns, how far, the roles and responsibilities. People say, like in DevOps is for a limited period of time. Once the pipelines, everything is set up, DevOps has nothing to do. So
Mhm.
better to stay within the full stack or any development thing, so that the projects will be for a long time. On the other hand, in reality, I see people are getting high pay and there people are sticking to the job for a long period of time and drawing high salary. So I don't I have this confusion. To clarify that thing, I joined this call.
Mhm.
And you
So how
also
much total years of experience?
10 plus, Namdev.
12 plus experience or in the mainframe?
Yeah, mainframes and QA and other thing, even microservices, all the things.
Okay.
Basically,
So
mainframes like in development and like in QA.
okay, which programming language?
It's a mainframes. Mainframes means it involves a lot of things
Okay.
and
And
QA
QA
automation,
QA part is automation or manual one?
QA automation.
Okay. You might probably done with the manual as well.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Right. So
Yeah.
in
So here
automation,
the thing
say
is, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
please.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, let me complete. Yeah, so the problem is that way to stick on, whether it's stick on to development only, stick on to QA automation, or move to DevOps. So which one
Mhm.
have to go? Because everything looks greener, but at the end but on the other side don't know how far it is.
Mhm.
People say DevOps is better, that is high paying, all those things. I see a couple of examples also. But having
Mhm.
said that, I don't know what is their roles and responsibilities and how long their project will be. So if
Mhm.
you take any project, 2 or 3 DevOps engineers are more than enough for any good company, or maximum 4 to 5.
Yeah.
On the other hand, yeah, please.
Mhm. So just 1 minute. In the IT market, since you have almost completed 12 years, right? I am also completed the around 13 years of experience. So one thumb rules will not applicable to every IT industry, right? Every industry has a different policy set, different work culture, and different their budgets and all the things. So definitely, everywhere some might be hiccups. Now, if you consider like any small scale industry, right, or a big one. So let's say I'm working in the service based industry right now, right? So we have a multiple internal projects where outsourced like from the Europe, Japan, US, vagara, let's say Canada, like that. So I am working for the two projects right now. Let's say project one and two, right? Because company paying me in lakhs, right? So in that case, if I am able to handling the two projects with my bandwidth, so why company would hire another DevOps person? So company will look at the budget perspective, right? If they are already paying me in the lakhs, right, in the IT sector, so they definitely will not go to the second DevOps engineer until and unless I put the resignation, or I maybe have any other issues, or I just left out that organization, or somewhere any other like any switching to the any other internal projects where my skill set is perfectly matching, and I'm jumping there, right? So these way company in the service base they manage the resources in that case, but definitely it's not like there are no future scope or growth in that. So definitely as an infra person or DevOps person definitely would required. And once we set up the pipeline, all the infrastructure stable, your GitOps, FinOps or whatever department वगैरह, ठीक है, platform engineering, all the setup is done. In that case, what task is remaining for you? So once we set up the pipeline is working fine, and developer is doing triggering the deployments pipeline, for example. Okay. So what is the role of the DevOps person right now? This might be a question in your mind or maybe in other person, right? So
Yes,
once
yes,
all the
that's the first question.
once all
Yeah.
settled down, then what is the next? So it's not like developer can handle each infra related issues, because the way he work as a developer, right? So every person has a unique skill and unique skill set, like as we have the seen the profession, right? So they don't have a baseline skill set related to infrastructure. They might do chat gpt, they can use chat gpt or somewhere, whatever the chat gpt they suggest, they can just do copy paste. This is definitely will not work 100%. So as an infra person or DevOps engineer, we already have that baseline foundation is perfect. So what we can quickly analyze the issue and we can resolve it. If any issue related to AWS for authentication permission, the connectivity related issues, I mean the network part, right? Or any storage related part or any performance related issues. So this way we analyze faster and resolve that, so that developer can't do, right? So maybe there are some exceptional situation where company might think developer kar lega, right? This will not work actually. They just purposefully putting the resources into that situation कि भैया तू संभाल ले, right? This happen in the small scale industry. But when you look at the enterprise level organization, they have a divided or the categorized people, platform engineering, FinOps, and the other SRE person and the DevOps person, like that. So they have a proper stabilized streamlined process. Their motto is they have a proper streamlined process, security and governance. So this situation depend on the company to company and their budget actually. And as you said, full stack developer, definitely as a developer, it's no even if you get multiple AI tools in the advanced level in the module, right? But if let's say any complex project comes, in that case small scale task definitely you can just quickly search. If you ask ChatGPT just create the one website for me, he can definitely give you within a 1 minute. But what if you need a complex project, right, where security, governance and other things need to in place, where complex project architecture is defined, there definitely your solution architect need, you are a DevOps person need, and you are definitely QA and your proper core level developer is needed for the complex project. So there is no like a training period for the any position like DevOps or full stack developer. So everywhere company to companies matter. And definitely you can see nowadays in the Naukri as well or any sorry hiring portal, you will see there are multiple roles are available. So for freshers, definitely there might be less calls, or you might be getting the less call because of the any other reasons like sometimes budget, right? Let's say you have a 10 lakh or 20 lakh budget, uh, you are expecting, but on the company side they are expecting candidate with the 5 lakhs or 7 lakhs, something like that, right? Because we don't know there what the internal budget approval is happen, approval process. So in that case
Yes.
that situation might occurred. Due to that we are not getting the calls, and obviously the situation is for the fresher as of now is very not getting the too much call. Definitely there are
Yeah.
call, but very less amount of call are there.
Yeah. So that is with regard to that happens with that in every project. But my question is, so once
Mhm.
pipeline everything is done, what will like in DevOps like in engineer will exactly do? Let's assume okay, fine. Even during the development also, let's say some pipeline changes are required, infrastructure monitoring is required, all those things. But how many engineers will be required in that project? Let's say like if I have like
Mhm.
5 developers and five like three testers, then
Mhm.
how many will be the developers? Will be the DevOps engineers?
Okay,
Probably like
so
one or two, right? Yeah.
yeah, obviously not like a 4 or 5. So it's a
And
company to company. So currently I'm handling two
yeah.
projects, and two projects has almost 20 plus developers, but I am the alone there which are managing the two projects. So situation might be some company afford the budgets and they might hire one senior person and one junior person. So maximum
So
you can
maximum two
consider
people.
like two or three people maximum,
Okay.
depend on their
So if I
business
have
criticality.
okay, so here you took two like in projects. Similarly, like in if I have like in 10 to 15 projects, so let's assume I have 10 projects or 10 different teams. So then
Yes,
maximum like I can have is 10 different engineers, right? One
yeah,
engineer per team.
yes, yes.
But on the other end, like developer and the tester perspective, they'll be like definitely like 5 developers are like more than one. Uh, I mean, what I'm trying to mention is they
Mhm.
can be maximum 1 to 2 engineers per team, DevOps engineers per team. On the other hand, the developer and the like tester will not be like will be more than that one.
Yeah,
How long will
developer count will be, yeah, that will be a separate question. So initial when we doing any project from the scratch, so that will be initial phase, like they need to uh, set the target. Let's say if client asks we need project in a 2 or 3 months. So in that initial phase, more bandwidth required. So in that case, initial period they might get more developers or tester, because that priorities matter there. Once project stabilize, then they might reduce the bandwidth. Ultimately,
they
the
may reduce
employee.
the they may reduce the bandwidth, but still there may be some scope for if the new changes are coming, then the like the resource
It's
count may increase.
depend actually which company you are working, product based or service based. In service based, what will happen if project is released and stabilize, right? Then they will cut down the manpower and that skill set, they will shift to the another project. That way they will manage.
Okay, so in service base, based on the service, this thing, they may either increase or decrease.
Yeah, they may switch to the another project.
Okay, so let's assume I'm in a service-based project. I'm all of a sudden I'm getting the new requirements, or let's assume my team is having like plenty of work. So then like, I'll be having good number of developers and testers. On the other hand, the same number of DevOps engineers will not be there. So my question is, once everything is set up, like DevOps engineers has nothing much to do with that particular project, right? So obviously that means if there are like 3 or 4 engineers in that particular team, so the team has to release like at least may release like
At
two
least required, yeah, yeah, two, one or
yeah, two
two
resources they may
devs.
release, yeah, they
Yeah.
keep 1 or 2 resources and release the thing. So that
Because
means the
we don't know
competition will build
something
up.
what will happen with the infrastructure, like some might be any uh, deployment fail or any troubleshooting or network related issues happens, so at least required 2 person there.
Oh, okay. So that means like okay, even if the infrastructure is stable, still you can't release the engineers
No, 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 at
because
least
we
you
don't
at
know
least
like
you require one person, at least minimum one.
at least. Oh, okay. Without engineer, we can't run the show. Minimum
Yeah,
1 person is required.
yes, yes.
And okay, fine.
Okay, so remaining question if you have we can just take after the session. So for now I
Okay.
will just continue with this. So before starting, anyone has any questions, concern related to anything? Okay. So if there are no questions, so we can just start with this. So maybe definitely we will go with the step by step, which either in this new batch what I'm going to cover, because as you have seen in the market, so some new requirements coming, and we need to consider that requirement. Otherwise, live session will not be helpful. Even you are putting the 100% effort, but that if it's in a wrong way, you will not get success on that. So we need to identify the exact requirement from the market. So something, think about the like businessman. Let's say you are the product owner, right? You are selling your products. The products means our skill set, right? And if market is needed something like, for example, now market is needing Kubernetes, Kubernetes architecture, Kubernetes engineer or SRE engineer, and you are sticking with only Linux admin. So who will buy you, right? No one can. Maybe you are getting out of 100, you are getting just 1% chances. If any bare metal servers are there, data center person, they are looking for the Linux engineer, right? So this is just one example. So you can just correlate with other skill set. So what is the current? You can just randomly check any job profiles on the DevOps side in the Naukri or LinkedIn or any other platform. There are multiple platform on the hiring portal. So you can check and you can just filter it out. What is the latest technology and the requirement is coming from the market? What skill set they are demanding? Okay. So based on that, you can just prepare your timetable, whatever you required, like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Okay. And then you can just accordingly, you can just based on your lifestyle how much time you can just spend per day or week, you can just work accordingly. Okay. So for this batch basically, so definitely salary range for the DevOps role is might be different to company, depend on the company to company. Some company might have a low budget, some company might have a higher budget. It's depend on their internal process as well, process and the standards. So that also matters. Okay. So generally roles and responsibility for the DevOps person. So let me open that. The introduction part we already covered. So why we need to learn DevOps? Okay. So do you have any thought process behind this? So Sil, why you are thinking like I need to learn the DevOps? Why you don't go with the full stack or QA engineer or any database administrator or in not any other sectors or field department? Why you thinking like I should learn the DevOps? Someone influence you, someone friends told you like you will get big amount of package in the DevOps field, and so that's why you are just coming here or like that. So do you have any thought
Salary is
process in the
more.
mind? Salary is
Salary is
more.
more,
Yeah.
and work is not like manageable. For the
Hmm.
same level of effort, the salary is more
Okay.
than
Yeah,
any
Naved.
other technologies or any
Yeah.
other roles.
Yeah. Yeah, Naved, you want to say something?
Mm, Many companies are transitioning into cloud, and the cloud requires DevOps practices. And like since we already have experience in it to deployment and supporting infrastructure, so uh, DevOps is go to like
Yeah. Yeah.
a way forward. If we learn it, it will be helpful in future.
Yeah. So roles and responsibility might be vary depend on the company to company and the project style, their process style basically what policy they are maintaining. If you look at the mid-scale or startup organization, so you are the only single person there. You need to handle everything, every process. You are a DBA role, you are a platform like a system admin role, your monitoring part, all the stuffs. In the enterprise organization, like any big organization, so your role might be limited, like you just need to configure the pipeline and deploy the pipeline and just check the status on that. Okay, so these are, it's a depend on the role to role. If you are getting somewhere in the some project to start from the scratch and build everything from the scratch with the CI/CD tools, your monitoring tools, APM tools like that, so you will be in the very good position. But it's again depend on the where you are working right now or what kind of opportunities you are getting. So some company might have a internal department switching. Let's say you are working in the support department and you are willing to work like in the engineering department where you will get more skill set, matching skill set project there. So you can ask your manager and just if you don't have any critical dependency on that current project, so definitely they might help you to switch from support to engineering department. So internal switching also you can just do, but first you have to show your willingness you want to learn something new. Okay, otherwise some people might work in the industry 10 15 years or 20 years, but they are just stick with the single technology. So definitely once they realize market is growing far away, and you are just back, right? So in that case our mental situation will be very worse in that case. So always try to, definitely not, I'm not saying ki you need to sync with the market trends, but at least nearby, right? So at least nearby we need to upskilling every 6 month ourselves. It might be depends on your skill set, communication skill, your interpersonal presentation skill. When why I'm telling this presentation skill, because let's say you are now under 5 years of experience, but when you gradually grow 10 years, more than 10 years, okay, in that case you might get lead opportunity to handle the teams and other stuffs, and also interacting with your clients. In that case you need to have a proper communication skill, presentation skill. You might need to present the ppt in that, to understand the architecture and all the stuffs. So these also the hidden skills that you really required in that case. So time being you need to upskill yourself. Okay, just don't try to stick with the single tech stack. So if you in before 5 years or 10 years, definitely if you are sticking with a single tech stack like a database administrator or linux administrator or a cloud engineer, that is fine. But nowadays if you are sticking with only single technology, so your opportunity will, you are just trapping yourself, nothing more than that. Okay, so just whatever the hiccups are there, just try to break those. Okay, and just upskilling at least 30 minutes 1 hour per day, or at least 2 3 hours per week you should give for yourself. Okay, not for the others one. Then in the industry, I'm not talking about the small scale industry now. It's a completely enterprise organization. What they strategies follow, like they have a proper security in place, they have a CI/CD pipeline in the process, they have infrastructure management in the process, FinOps team. So let's say normally if you want to create AWS account, we can just simply sign up with our email ID and we can just register ourselves. But no, in the some industry where security governance and FinOps department follows process, you have to take first architecture diagram and the other AD documentation. AD means your architecture decision documentation basically. So what kind of projects you are building from the scratch, what is the security concern and how you can prepare for the security, all those stuffs you need to showcase to the FinOps team. Once they are agree with your architecture, you are not exposing any security or vulnerabilities, then they will, based on your architecture, they will approve the budget per AWS account, right? So in that also the situation comes in the big organization where you are following the proper streamline process over there. And definitely access wise, you don't need to create the single individual applications username and password. You will it's like active directory or ss single sign on sso, so that available in the enterprise organization. So you can just create any user account and a centralized place, and that login you can use anywhere in the internal applications over there. So definitely we will see about the course content, fee structure, batch timing. Batch timing will be like your evening 8 to 10 p.m. And now if you have a question like how much days we required to learn the DevOps tool, so again this is like depend upon method which you are following. See, naturally, me or you guys, we have God given us same skills, like what we can say, brain or body pattern, right? So depend on how, which method you are following to study, and how much time you are just putting efforts. Okay, if you are putting the lots of timing unnecessary with the distraction like Instagram or any other shorts or something, so definitely we will divert ourselves to the from the goal. Okay, so stick with your discipline, how much time you want to give per day. At least if you have like family or somewhere, definitely. But when you are like after 10 p.m or something, if kids sleep, so in that case you can at least give 30 minutes or 1 hour to read anything. So you can just plan for that, plan for the roadmap here. So let's say you want to learn Kubernetes, for example. You know Linux, you know CI/CD pipeline, Jenkins, Terraform, वगैरह वगैरह, ठीक है, but you don't know Kubernetes. So you can create the course content of the Kubernetes, what is required, networking, storage, and your what is the pod, YAML file, whatever the manifest file are there. So just create the points on your notebook, and how much time you can just calculate based on your skill set. Okay, you know better than me. So based on that, you can just decide like you want to learn Kubernetes in 15 days or 1 month. So according to that daily basis, you can just learn. If you skip 1 or 2 days, which is fine, as a maybe some situation occur like that, but don't skip like 1 week or somewhere. If you disconnect once again, it will again joining back. It will take some time. Some time. Okay, it's happens because of our mindset. So just try to have the discipline in life. So in that case, everyone has the 24 hours, right? So it's depend on how much efforts and other things we are giving. Also try to get in touch with your friend circle who knows these skills already, or you can use platform like LinkedIn somewhere. If any person working on the Kubernetes, you can just check their profile, and you can just try to create the bonding. So just don't send the request and just start bombarding like give me the Kubernetes notes or a job openings etc. So at the first day no one will entertain you, right? So just try to create the bonding first, friendship, and then I'm not talking about only the LinkedIn, but in your companies as well. Definitely, in not your project, but other projects maybe, right? So you can just try to create your network in the friend circle and just try to learn from them. Okay. Also, you can use ChatGPT as well for the course content and the study material. You can anywhere, or you can just follow like any YouTube channels. You will get there all those steps. Yeah. So coming with the course content which I'm designing. So to consider the market situation, so batch will like today the introduction section, but from the tomorrow it will be a first full-fledged session from the tomorrow. It's a Saturday, Sunday, 2 hours, or maybe we can increase more than that 2 hours. It's depend on the interest and the topic. Duration might be 3 months, okay, minimum. And fees one time is 12,000, and if you need two installments, it will be in 14,000. Language will be definitely English, okay. This is my WhatsApp number. If you have any questions or any queries related to anything, you can feel free to ask me any questions. Okay. And also, I'm running the multiple community groups. You might already part of this, like job alerts, DevOps Kata, which most of the candidates are there, like 250 plus. Okay. And these are the batch group, and this is my paid community group. Okay. So where I share the entry questions and other content there, premium content and the entry questions, वगैरह. So I will give the priority to that group basically in short. And overall, if you see the tech stack which I am going to cover, like operating system, okay, Windows, we will see just only the AC2 instance launches, not more than that, okay. But mostly we will play around the Linux. Then cloud, AWS will be a major one, but from this batch I am just adding the Azure, just only for the fundamentals, not the more than that, okay. Only the basic things. Then CI/CD pipeline, Jenkins, GitHub Actions, and we will see some sort of the YAML file for this, okay. Terraform and CloudFormation as a infrastructure management, because no one allow in the industry to create the infrastructure manually. Okay, so you have to learn this infrastructure as a code. Container, Docker, ECS, Fargate, and you are definitely orchestration management, EKS, Kubernetes cluster. Okay, as a DevSecOps point of view, we can learn about the SonarQube, Trivy, which is the image scanning tools, Chekhov. Anyone know about the Chekhov, Prisma Cloud? Anyone heard about it?
Yes, Prisma, I know.
Yeah, those are the security related stuffs. We can see some basic knowledge on that going forward. Okay, AWS WAP and AWS SSO Center. Then the monitoring part, Prometheus, Grafana, Datadog for the APM tools, and the Loki. Okay, majorly we will focus on the Prometheus and Grafana, Loki, and these things we will see some basic stuff and the installation part. Okay, we will see some automation script and the other general day-to-day task which I already work on. We can just check something on the Python and Bash. Majorly we will focus on the Python. Okay, a little bit on the Bash. Version control, we can GitHub, we already know. I'm using that platform. We can also see some sort of free one, GitLab and Git. Okay, project management, Jira ticket. These are the Jira is only the basic stuff where you can manage your daily ticketing system, how you can create the Jira ticket, how you can add the description. Okay, what things you need to consider during the discussion. Then a sprint timestamp, not timestamp, what we can say, story points, how much story points we need to add there, right? How we can maintain the comment history, like that we will see that. Now module wise, I will consider the these are the basic one. But networking one, those person who don't know about the IP address, OSI module, and some basic stuff, basically load balancer, firewalls, etc, VPC part. Then we will just I will update today or tomorrow these topics. Okay, for now it's a short one. जस्ट डोंट अज्यूम कि बस इतना ही सीखना है, क्या नहीं, इसमें और भी टॉपिक है, लॉट्स ऑफ टॉपिक्स आर देयर, बट नाउ आई एम जस्ट categorize like this. Okay, I will add more the detailed topics on the day wise, as you have, I will definitely come in this part. Okay, so a lot of things are there, so don't worry. Then Linux part, Docker part, GitHub, Python, then Jenkins. With the Jenkins we can also see the GitHub actions. Okay, that also widely used tools, service. Then in the clouds, lots of services we will cover majorly, which like your container service, your serverless service, Lambda function, your API gateway. Those things I have not mentioned. I will update today or tomorrow. Okay. Then your Azure fundamentals, then container orchestration, ECS, EKS, cluster setup, and service mesh. Then infrastructure management like Terraform and Cloud Formation, security and governance, which we already discussed about this. Okay. Then your DevSecOps, by basically we can use community edition version for the SonarQube. Okay, because we don't have license one. Maybe you can try license one 40 days trial, but not fully purchase. And then SRE part, monitoring and all the stuffs. Then in the AOps, we can see how we can use the GitHub Copilot, ChatGPT for the impressive. Just do we can not go the ordinary way, like normal way, how we can just use the ChatGPT prompt to get some output. Okay, we can utilize effective way. So I will explain here which I follow in the current project. Okay, how I troubleshoot the issue and how we can use for the any other stuffs. Okay, that really help. I would say almost it's reduce your 60 to 70% work with the, if you use with the effective manner. Okay, but just try to avoid any sensitive information by pasting on the chat gpt, like your password or any access key, secret key. Don't do that mistakes. Okay, then we will see how we can check for the your incident, if any production related issues happens, how you can just respond on that and something like that. Then we will see some major project over there. Okay, three-tier architecture and some project for the Terraform, Kubernetes, by combining them, and entire CI/CD pipeline flow with the DevSecOps model. Okay, that we will see. Then we will see about the FinOps, like how we can optimize the cost, which other things we need to consider when we design the architecture. That also the matters. Okay. Then into preparation, I will definitely share some sort of intro questions in that period, and I will just share some sample resumes as well. And if you can share me your resume, I will definitely review that as well in that period. Okay. And if you are interested, I will take one or two your mock interviews if you are interested at the end of the batch. Okay. But that interesting part from your side, if you show the interest, I will take your mock interview. Okay. Then we will see some sort of basic troubleshooting part that really I'm facing in the current project and how I troubleshoot it. Okay. I will just share that experience in this model 20. Okay. And this will be your Q&A final. Okay. And also I will cover in that architecture diagram, how we can create the architecture diagram by using this draw.io. If you already know, that's good. If you don't know, I will just show you that how we can create the architecture diagram. So these are the course content module, and I have given all the details. So topic wise, day one, day two, I will update here. This is for the day one. So tomorrow I have a full day, so I will just update this properly, right? Same thing for the day two, वगैरह. So you can just check out this branch, or you can just simply fork this with your GitHub as well. Now, what tools, if you want to, those person are continuing this batch or who want to join this batch, you need at least AWS account. Okay, because primarily we are using the AWS here. Next, you required Visual Studio on your machine. You can install that Visual Studio Code for editor. AWS CLI you need to install on your local machine, right? Then Git. What else is remaining? Putty. Okay. Visual Studio हो गया. Putty AWS CLI and kubectl you required on your local machine. Also you require the 𝐘𝐶TL. 𝐘𝐶TL. 𝐘𝐶TL is utility for the Kubernetes. We can just create the Kubernetes cluster from there. And kubectl is a command line utility where we can just connect to our master server, Kubernetes master server, and we can perform our desired actions from there. Okay, so these are the things, tools to install on machine. Okay, going forward, if you require more tools, I will just explain at that period. But at least for now, and for your information, as you might, if you follow me or any other channel, you might get news like nowadays AWS doesn't give the 1 year free tier account. Okay, so you can just, I think you get just 6 months only right now. Okay, just consider that. If you need AWS credits, I am already providing that as part of the AWS credits, which you will get $20. Okay, which you will get almost 1.5 year expiry date, so you can perform the any practice session. Okay, because EKS cluster service is not part of the free tier, so then in that case you can just visit this link and just create your account if you don't already have. Okay, because it will take 24 hours to activate. Just search AWS free tier, you will get this sign up, this page sign up, and just randomly like whichever the email ID you are using, just you can just put your mobile number and other personal details and just register for it. It might ask payment method like your debit card or credit card. I would suggest use any one of the debit card, which has, if you have a spare account number. Okay, not the actual where you are keeping all the money. So you can just sign up over there. I will share this link where I can share. I can share in the chat box. Okay, so for today's session, I'm done with that. If you guys have any questions, I can just, I will try to answer those. Okay, and we will continue from the tomorrow 8 p.m. with the actual session. So for
Admin,
that, just create the AWS free tier account first. That is a higher priority. Yeah. Yeah, Krishna.
Yeah, Namdev. So you mentioned it's only on weekends, right, Namdev? And 3 months.
Yeah.
So will it be good enough? So 3 months means only weekends we are taking, right? How many hours it will turn to?
Minimum 2 hours. It might be increased 2.5 or 3 hours. It's depend on the topic.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's
Okay.
say, for example, Kubernetes. So Kubernetes take too much time, or any other stuff like Terraform project, वगैरह. So it's take more than around 3 hours. So it's depend on the topic to topic. And already I completed 7 batch. So based on experience, I just decided that 3 months sufficient. If
Okay.
any
So it will cover.
issues are, if any issues occur like any medical reasons or something, we can extend it. No issues. But at least required 3 months on that.
Okay. And if any topic takes longer time, then that will also be included, right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's assume like, we, for example, Kubernetes, we are discussing too many things. Then
Yeah.
the duration will be extended.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. And the second thing is that along with your course content, if you have any questions, those things will also be addressed, right, Namdev?
Yeah. That's the
So
reason
let's assume.
I said I have this paid channel, this one DevOps. So the person who are joining my batch now, I will add in that group. If you have any questions, you can just put your screenshot message or any error message. So definitely there are 150 plus community member are there. So If anyone already knows, he can answer. Otherwise, finally, I will be there to answer your queries.
Okay. So can you please share that paid channel details in this chart, or like in your
That
DevOps
the
content?
person who register the batch or any other course, only that after that I've just added there. Otherwise, you will join this pre DevOps kata part. So
Okay. So
this is a
that paid
free
channel is
free.
for the batch people. Whoever get joins to this batch, those people
Yes,
will be added to that channel.
yes, correct.
And how about the entry questions, Namdev? You will be touching upon the entry questions after the topic.
During the session itself, I will try to add those questions or the where the situation comes, not separately like 1 month or something like that. But that those questions and short, maybe short answer I can provide on the texting.
Okay. So if you bring any like in questions also, as I mentioned earlier, if you bring any questions related to interviews or scenarios,
Yeah,
troubleshoot scenarios, even those things will also be touched in the
yeah, because the my members or subscriber na though those continuously they will share with me the interview questions. So as I
okay.
received, I will just forward those.
Okay. And in case if we even if we get via LinkedIn or some other channels, those
Yes,
things also can be discussed in case if they're very important.
yeah, correct.
Yeah. And you'll be can you include RUB? I mean, uh, Argo CD also. Can you please include Namdev?
Yes, yes,
I
I
missed
mentioned
out.
here, na. I mentioned here Argo CD. You might
Yeah.
miss.
No, I was away from my system.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
listening, but I was away from the system.
okay. Somewhere here CICD part.
Okay.
And every session will be a recorded session. So in case somehow, let's say you are because of the travel or any other priority personal works, if you miss that session, so you will get that recording session.
Okay. And that recording will be for lifetime or for only limited time?
Ideally, it's a lifetime, but I always recommended to the students to at least download one copy on your local machine. So I have this Google. I purchased the Google Drive license one, so where I upload the content,
Okay.
and also you
So
will
whatever the
get my earlier batches video as well, like AWS DevOps and your projects. We have I have multiple projects videos are there, project based. That also you will get
okay.
automatically, and each
Okay.
video has at least 2.5 at least 2 hours duration. You will get notes as well there.
And do we need to learn this OpenShift tools also for observability?
OpenShift depend on the as I said earlier. So no single thumb rule will apply to the all industry. Some might be use AWS, Azure, GCP. If you are getting somewhere in the project aligning there and that client is using OpenShift, so obviously in that case you need to learn. Or if you already
Because
learn
some
AWS and GCP, now you have some time, so you can just spare some time to learn the OpenShift. It's based on the candidate interest.
okay, some projects are exclusively asking for ROCSA,
Mhm.
uh, Red Hat OpenShift
So
Kubernetes.
if they have any specific requirement, then they might ask these questions.
Okay. And if someone asks, like, do you know containerization? I mean, the same question that you asked in the beginning of this call. What tools you use for containerization? Should I say Docker or Kubernetes?
Yeah,
Which
you
one is
can
the
say.
containerization? Docker is the containerization or Kubernetes is the
Kubernetes is
containerization?
orchestration tool. So where they use
Okay,
container D, and you can also mention the Docker and EKS, ECS Fargate service. That
okay,
also people use sometimes ECS Fargate service.
okay.
But
So when
you
I
should
say, they
you should
say,
have at least some understanding. Like let's say you don't have a real exposure, you never work on those technology, but you mention in the resume. So in that case, you just try to learn some theoretical part, do some hands-on practical on that, and just build the small or any medium level project on that. So at least you aware what kind of what is the flow to set up that project. So if someone comes cross question as from the interview panel, so at least you can just answer something. You mention in the resume and you just get blank in front of the interview panel, so they might think on that. You given the 99% interview may be perfect, but maybe 1% might be like you just get blank over there. So it's a depend on the interview panel mindset and the thought process. They might reject you clearly in that case.
Okay. Okay. So one basic question, please. So now if you see this like in batch, let's say like in we have like obviously like in 20 to 25 people like in people will join this like in batch. Let's assume, or even maybe more people may join. So all these people will eventually like try for like in DevOps jobs sooner or later. But like the same number of openings will not be there in the project, because like normally like 3 or 4 DevOps engineers are more than enough to manage the complete uh, uh, project, all the projects, or probably 10 people are more than enough. So but here we have 25 people. All the 25 people, let's assume, are like super duper like good with the DevOps. They have very good hands-on experience, but there only 10 people are there. So that means like we have more competition than the like supply, right? More lesser demand, more supply. How to handle this kind of situation? What I mean to say is, in case of DevOps, there'll be more number of engineers who will be able to handle the work, and but lesser number of openings, like
That's already
So
happening
is
in the
this?
market right now. For the single application, we are getting the huge amount of applications there. So last time, I on my LinkedIn, I post one opening for the freshers. So he actually that person gets around thousands of email address resumes. So he called me from the LinkedIn. He just get my number and just call me. Just he request like just first delete that post because he gets multiple email there email for the resume for that fresher position. So that market is there, and this kind of situation as you mentioned, like for one position we are getting the too much candidate because market competition is very high. So in that case, see some factors, 10 people are there in the interview process, and out of 10 maybe like 8% are very fine in the presentation skill, communication skill, and the technical skill. Again, it's sometimes it happens the basis on the luck, as we said, right? So definitely some might be to be frankly speaking, there might be some internal connections. They want to hire their close friends or something like that. That also happens in the IT industry. Since this is a recorded session, but still I'm just telling that. So those are where the ground level there are multiple things happen, but we that doesn't mean that doesn't mean we should lose our hope, right? We can just try to keep somewhere. Let's say you are applying somewhere, right? And they need a candidate, whatever their skill required, and during the interview process, if they like your attitude and other stuffs, they might get you hired. They will not think more than that. So that also happens in the ground level. So we should keep
Yeah.
trying wherever the things are happening.
Yeah, one other thing is that they're like looking for highly experienced people. For example, the real ants on this thing. What I mean is that after completing this course, we'll be knowing only the technical stuff. We know like what is what. Like if they ask like a Docker, we can answer about the Docker. But if they ask where you use that this Docker, how you use like for example, you are asking where you store the images. uh, so if you were real, I mean, okay, that is one thing. But like, if I take other things, like if say something, they'll ask like, where you exactly use that one. What is the
Yeah.
scenario? So that's where we get stuck up. So that real hands-on experience lacking is really an issue. If you're
So
really, I mean,
so
if you,
that is the reason. If you look at my any if you visit my YouTube channel now, so I try to always publish the real time videos only, not the theoretical part. So did you get a chance to visit my channel or not?
I looked into your channel a bit long back, but not in the recent past,
Okay,
because
you
there'll be
you
so
can
many
go
videos, right?
any, yeah, you can go any lengthy videos which has a uh, like more than 1 hour duration or something. So you might get there any live workshop or project वगैरह. So I almost try to cover the real time scenarios. It's not like any hawabazi or in the sky. Only whatever the things and we need to consider in the real time, that only I teaches, even on the YouTube videos or even in the batches as well. Because see, theoretical knowledge we can get from any platform, but what about the real time cases? So that I always try to keep those things in the mind.
Oh,
So
okay.
for that you need to the way for the working. So you need to first read about the theoretical part, okay? Then try to build any small amount of project. When you do the small amount of project, you will definitely get some troubleshootings. It might be related to plugins installation, any permission related issues in the AWS, or during the service start, any log file will get fail or service will not start. Something, lot of things happen, right? So those things we will come when we build the projects. Now, when you are setting the CI/CD pipeline, so CI/CD pipeline, if you talk about the stages, it's very simple. But when we are doing actual configuration, there are multiple things integrated. So those things we will came to know once we build the actual project. Now, if you don't have any exposure or you don't have any friend circle who already working on those projects, so you can just try to search on the YouTube channel or any technical videos, blogs, dev.to or medium.com, whatever the blogs are there technically. Okay, even you ask ChatGPT, sometimes ChatGPT will not also give you the whatever you are expecting. Okay, he is just machine, right? Not the human person who can explain you the complex project. So you can just try that's why I just initially mentioned you can just increase your friend circle who already working in this sector. Let's say if someone you don't know Kubernetes, for example, I given this example, and you know somewhere on the LinkedIn or somewhere, you just try to connect with him, or in your company or somewhere, or any next company, like your friends to friend. You can just request them, just can we have a chit chat for a 5 minutes or 10 minutes, what I need to learn or something like that. So he can explain based on his experience, right? His or her experience. So we need to think that way, then we will try to learn. Okay, if he just
Yeah.
go into the comfort zone, ki market is already high, the competition is very high, we will not get job, so definitely you will not get job. Okay, if you don't try anything, at least keep trying somewhere, definitely somewhere will your ball hit, anywhere. So don't lose hope, just try to apply. Maybe you can apply 100 of jobs. See, again, you are trying 100%, but still you are not getting job. That doesn't mean it's your fault. Okay, maybe your package is high, maybe you are expecting like a 15 lakh or 20 lakh package, but company budget has only 10 lakhs. So how you will get the calls or jobs, right? It's not our problem. It's a budget issue, or maybe other priorities issue or something like that. Maybe skill set whichever we have is not matching based on the employer requirement. That might be the case. Okay, so don't always blame ourselves, even in the interview process as well. If you are giving the 100% perfect interview, but the person who are taking or sitting in front of you, he is taking the interview, right? If he not in the proper condition, or maybe already frustrated in the current organization, then definitely that also affect your result. Okay, that also happens. So motto is like
Yeah.
just keep trying. If any good person you find on the interview process, definitely you will get hired. If he like your attitude, your technical skills, and your overall skill basically, definitely. And if you are fitting into their budget expectation, so definitely they will hire. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Thanks for that one. Yeah, the main problem is that I don't have any friend circle. I mean, or in other words, I don't have any friends who are working in DevOps, like that area. That is a problem where I'm
But
facing.
you can check
And
your
since
friends. See how you find me.
this one, LinkedIn, when I was scrolling LinkedIn, there was a WhatsApp
Yeah.
channel
So
joining.
you
I
just
joined
try
the
to
channel.
search something like that. Right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this way you can
So
just
to
try
end
to.
this,
Yeah.
yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. You can just try to
Uh,
come out from the comfort zone, and definitely you will find your way. Okay,
uh,
now you get
it's
you we are just talking, right? Because you are interested into that part, you take one steps in that position, right? So we know that each other now. So same way you can just in your company or any other company, you can just get your friend circles and just have a discussion about that. That also works. What topic we need to learn or something like that. Definitely I will be there for the guiding on the, if you join that DevOps kata as well, and if you ask the question, definitely I will be there. So that's not an issue.
Okay, so a couple of questions, probably like in 4 to 5 questions. I quickly end up this conversation. First
Yeah.
question: if I join the DevOps course, this batch, so what will I get? Like, can I get like in real time? Can I get to know how the real time works, real time project works? What are the job duties and responsibilities of the DevOps engineer?
Yeah.
How the real time activity will be there?
Yeah. So as a complementary benefits, I just said, I just share my Google Drive page, right? So where you already get that recorded session, which I taken from the any other on other candidate, that also you can just refer side by side. And during the session as well, if you ask any particular question like which we already cover the topic, so you can ask those questions in the next live session, or maybe you can just put into the WhatsApp our group as well. So lots of people are there, they can answer. Definitely I will be there in that case. And this way you can just learn. And if any questions come from me, like any friend from the friend circle or something, I will try to circulate it on the LinkedIn or any other source.
Yeah. So if I want to know the job duties and responsibilities and one real
Yeah.
time project, can I get to see that one?
Yeah.
One real time project, how
Did
the
you
project comes.
did you
Uh,
join last live workshop or not?
yeah, I joined last live workshop, but I could not attend the second one. But
Okay.
I had enrolled
Yeah,
and took
this
the
is similar
recording.
one. Like I just said, whichever I set up in the current project in the live system now, it's the same pattern we just follow there. And it's properly working and stable the all the things. Now coming maybe there are lots of other tasks will come like upgradation part, migration part. That's additional tasks. So those comes side by side like when you already join some or you join some project, you will that's additional skills you have to learn. Okay, because no one can give you 100% or spoon feeding technology knowledge sharing, right? So something we need to learn from any theoretical blog or any official. I would suggest, let's say you are learning Kubernetes, right, or Terraform or AWS. So they have a plenty lots of well structured documentation available. Okay, there might be some little bit glitch, but still it has a very good amount of theoretical I'm talking about the theoretical things. Instead of following any technical blogs, you can just go to the official documentation and you can read about that services. If you still get confused or not able to clear the concept, you can just then you can just try to watch the videos as well. Okay, this I am talking about for those people who don't want to spend their money in the live batches. Okay, not for me, anywhere in the world. If you don't want to purchase paid courses or something, you can just try to learn this way: theoretical, your practical lab, and your project. And then definitely your
So even
troubleshooting skills and your other uh, into preparation like that.
so you mean even from the Kubernetes portal itself, you can learn good amount of things
Yeah,
without paying it.
they have a good amount of documentation. If you visit kubernetes.io, you will get there. Even Terraform as well, I will share the link in the chat box.
Okay. And recently, yesterday I saw one job opening wherein it said you should be good in troubleshooting the microservices. I'll share that job opening if you are still there. So it says like we should be good in troubleshooting the microservices issues. All those things it was mentioning.
Yeah,
So do we really troubleshoot the microservices issues as part of
de-
as a DevOps engineer?
yes, definitely. So there might be related to network related issues, storage related issues, or deployment related issues. If you are taking 1 day or 2 days to resolve that production related issues, so definitely it might be an impact on our performance. So that also matters. Apart from communication skill, technical skills, troubleshooting skills also matter. How soon we can resolve the issue. Let's say in real time scenario, you are going somewhere in the hospital and visiting the doctor, right? If he's not able to, you are explaining whatever the things you are facing, right, suffering. But if he don't give you the uh, proper prescription or medicine, and next time you will not go there, that's a failure of their trust basically. So that's basically it's a real time scenario for the troubleshooting. Doctor is not able to identify the proper root cause of the issues which are your related to health issues, and he's not able to give you the proper medicine. So same thing, if we are getting, let's say you are facing a related issue related to network, but we are searching for the wrong direction, it will definitely take too much time and we will end up with the lots of things are there. If it's a very business critical application like an e-commerce platform or banking, something like that, so definitely that will be work. If you work on that model like P1 P2 वगैरह, right, the person who already work knock engineer or support P1 P2, so that those are the level of the criticality, how soon you can respond the issue, and how you can resolve that. Also, you need to provide the RCA, root cause analysis report, why this happens, what time it happens, and how much business loss, and how you fix it. Those things coming into the picture. So there are lots of things in the IT industry. Gradually, you will learn those things when you join any good amount of standardized process or company or project. You will learn a lot of things out there.
Okay. And the next one is we'll be creating the Kubernetes cluster, Namdev, or just only the EKS one? I mean, will you create the
So
Kubernetes cluster?
Kubernetes cluster means creating we are using AWS, right? So we will create managed service, which is the EKS service, Elastic Kubernetes Service. So we will go with a different way: EKS ETL command line utility, and your Terraform and your Cloud Formation, because Cloud Formation and Terraform is infrastructure as a code, right? Infra management. So those things we will learn: how we can create the cluster, how we can add the node groups, and how we can configure the other security settings, which we called it as RBAC, rollback access control. Those production base, we can just learn on that session.
So 2 years back, I did one DevOps course. Okay, I'm not new to DevOps. 2 years back, I did DevOps course conducted by someone. During that time, container D was not discussed in the Kubernetes topic. So it's like in yesterday when I was doing something, they said container D is a new topic in the Kubernetes. Is that true?
Not new topic. The whichever we set up the Kubernetes cluster, that container is using container D in the backend side. So container is almost there. So in that
So
batch,
okay,
they might giving you the insights, but container D is already there.
okay, yeah. To be honest, that instructor was super duper, was kind of express trained. You are spending this much of time, right? This much of time she was not sparing. She was super duper fast. She was going express train, like bullet train. So within 2 months, she completed the entire course. Fast, quick, completed everything. 1.5 hour each session. Sometimes like in 1 hour, sometimes 1.5 hour, sometimes more than that 1.5 hour. Completed very fast. If had she taught in very in easy way, if you said if she has spent like one more month in taught very nicely, then by now either I would have got into DevOps, or or at least I would have been good with the DevOps. Technically she is very good, concept wise she is very good, but the thing is that she does not have patience, and she want to take as many in batches as possible. All the people were scared to ask any question. If you see last from almost 30 minutes I'm asking, I keep on talking, no one is interrupting. But there there was a crowd, everyone wanted to ask questions because time was less, and everyone has questions. So as a result, everyone has to get their queries answered, clarified. So that was the thing, basically because of instructor approach, that purpose did not serve, or else that would have been very good course. Whatever it may be, coming to okay, so yeah. So one last thing, Namdev, let's. This isn't just hypothetical question or in a kind of silly question kind of thing. Okay, so let's assume a person has chance, even ask a couple of people also in the past. Let's say assume a fresher is there, or let's say a fresher is there. A person who is good in development, QA, and DevOps. A person is good in all the three things. He knows coding, he knows QA, and he knows DevOps also. So he get opportunities in all the three areas. So which one should you prefer? Let's say a person is fresher or in 2 years of experience, and now he is getting opportunity, and he is capable of doing in all the work. So he is getting opportunity in all the three areas. Which one he should use? You should prefer.
It's a depend on your skill set. You're interested actually. If you already know good amount of infra side, QA side, and development side, now you yourself you can decide in the longer period, like next 5 years, 10 years, which are your interested area, right? I cannot force you. You should go with the QA or you should go with the developers. If you are interested in the coding, definitely go with the full stack or whatever, because full stack also has a good amount of demanding. Then if you are interested in learning and more growing in the QA engineering side, you are interested in that, more performing the testing in the application sides, you like that task, so definitely you can just follow that path. So all three is very good. There is no like a lesser amount of things. It's all total depend on your interested area.
No, my
Which
question is based on the professional growth and financial growth.
hmm.
In other words, based on the career
Okay.
growth and prospect of
So
getting more
based
money,
on
which one is
my
better?
12 years of experience, I would say, let's say the person who are from the background of the developer side na, I think that will grow faster. He will get like lead architect or something like that. The person who has a back end front or at least back end or something, basically developer side, that grow faster. He may project lead or something because he exactly know end-to-end functionality, how the projects happen, how we can build the logics. And if we get some side of amount knowledge on the DevOps side, that also the additional part of complementary benefits. But it doesn't like a DevOps also has a low market or less salary, as you might have some friend circle who earning in the be- beyond the 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs something, or maybe 1 CR something in the outside India, not the in India. Okay, because in India range we have very less amount of salary range. Europe or US वगैरह, you will get a good amount of package.
Yeah, it's almost same thing. The package is more, but at the end of the day, if you take the saving concept after reducing the taxes, all those things, cost of living, all those things, it'll come to the same level. If you take the ultimate net saving rate, it'll
Okay.
come to the same level. So it's 1:4. If India, if someone gets one, let's say 100 rupees in India, it's equivalent to 400 rupees in US. If they
Okay.
earn 400 in US, I'm talking from US perspective. If
Acha,
they earn
cost,
400 in
living
US,
cost and all. Okay.
yeah, it's almost same thing. If you take taxes, living cost, everything, it's equivalent to $100 salary in India. So for
Okay.
namesake, it will be more, but ultimately it will come to the same level. That's it. It is that it does not make any difference from the company perspective. It will, benefit from employee perspective. It does not make anything. Uh, yeah,
So
but
I would
if
say
you be
both
honest,
has a good market, developer and the architect as well. Let's say you are DevOps now, so you will become the architect, lead architect, वगैरह. Okay. And if you are the from the development side, right, you are know the back end, front end, वगैरह, so you can also go to the lead on that. But in current organization where I working, so the person who has a backend like a backend develop coding side, so he get promotion earlier actually as a lead
oh,
architect or something like that. Maybe other company
so
vary depends on their situation, but in my current organization, I'm just based on that I'm just explaining.
okay, based on your experience and based on your understanding, so whoever is there in the coding side, they'll get more promoted
Yeah.
quickly compared to other people, QA people and like DevOps engineers. But the reason why I was asking is, if I see a market, DevOps engineers are getting more salary than the full stack engineers.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Yeah.
but again, maybe competition is also more.
Yeah.
Don't know. Yeah, obviously competition is more. Yeah, that's the reason, right? Whether to stick on to DevOps or whether to stick on to full stack or shift to DevOps. That was the confusion I was having.
Okay.
Okay, now.
Even you are the DevOps engineer now. We should have at least some logic mindset. Like you should have at least understanding of the Python or any at least Python, because in the industry when you are writing any serverless architecture, for example Python lambda function based on the Python or Node.js, so we sometimes we need to write down the logic based on for the infrastructure, maybe automation or any running the script or something in that case. So definitely we should have some sort of background on that Python at
I'm sorry.
least.
Can you please repeat, Namdev? What for we
So
need Python?
for the any infrastructure automation or something, we definitely should have some understanding on the Python or Node.js at least.
Oh, Even Node.js is also used for infrastructure automation.
Yes, we are using for that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
Namdev.
yeah, Navid. So before wrap up, we can take question
Yeah.
from the Navid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So could you please share your professional journey briefly in 1 or 2 minutes? Where you started and how you.
Your voice is echoing actually. Are you on speaker? You are expecting how I
Yeah,
start my journey, or
yeah. Is it better now? See, is it
yeah,
same?
yeah, yeah.
So just wanted to know about your professional journey, how you started and like how you came to DevOps and yeah. Now,
Okay, for my journey.
yeah, briefly in 1 or 2 minutes. Maybe.
Okay, so I started career in a non-IT sector in the Pune itself, where I work almost 1.5 year in the automobile sector. Okay, then with the help of friend circle, because my education is almost engineering, like BCA, computer applications, right? So my motto is was to join switch to the IT industry, but in that case I joined in 2011. In that case I newly come into the Pune, and I don't know the major friend circle there, but one friend is help there in that case. Okay, so I joined immediately on the non-IT sectors. I work there 1.5 year, and then I switched back to IT industry, which is the web hosting service. Okay, so in that at that before 10 years, there was no market booming like a DevOps or a automation like that. And at that case, so bare metal server, your data center, I work with the TCL as well, almost 2 years there by handling the data center racks, mounting, assembling. If you want to increase the RAMs, vagera, you need to shut down the servers, pull out from the rack. Okay, and you can just change your, if you want to make RAM 8 to 16 GB. So now we in cloud, we know it, right? It's not a painful, but when you are dealing with the bare metal server physical machines, you know that the person who already working with the bare metal servers physical machines, they know how it's a painful area, because you need to go to the market purchase. So definitely department will be there separately, but still it's taking too much time, right? So we need to have that level patience there. And if client is bombarding like performance issue or something like that, so that's at the era at the time. Okay, so data center engineer, engineer. Then I also work with the customer support, like I work with the web hosting industry, right? So in the web hosting industry, we know that it's a domain registration, email hosting, your VPS hosting, like your VMware, right? Your website designing, your website deployment, hosting the website in short. Okay, C panel, web hosting panel. So if any issues occurred, the client will call, then we need to answer the from the call and just resolving the issue on the real time by attending the call. So normally we call to the customer care, right, for any related issue in the telephonic or something or any network. So that way, then switch to the firstcry.com, right? You might know about that. If Firstcry is a baby products which they selling the baby products mostly. So there I actually start with the AWS. Okay, then some person already working on the AWS, he just resign the resignation from that position, and so in that case I get the opportunity there, and I just handle those infrastructure. Normally he hesitate to share me the knowledge. Okay, as we know some seniors hesitate to share the knowledge, but I normally follow him, like how he is working with the EC2 instance and the lambda function and other stuffs, how he taking the backup on the daily basis, how he's handling the database architecture and more replications like that. So then once I get the opportunity, I starting that exploration part. Since it's a small scale industry, right? So I got full access. So do whatever based on the security practices or whichever the under area, because in the enterprise organization you will not get full access कि ये सब
Right.
कुछ ले ले और जैसा इंफ्रा चल रहा है वैसा उसको मैनेज करके दिखा नहीं, क्योंकि लिमिटेड स्कोप होता है, लिमिटेड रोल्स होता है, यू हैव टू परफॉर्म दोस इन द एंटरप्राइज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. बट व्हेन you are dealing with the small scale ना, you will get full control, and that is the golden opportunity for me to learn faster as faster, because no one in the my backside who can advise me कि भैया ऐसा कर ले वैसा कर ले, no. So I need to learn. If I don't know EC2 for example, so I need to just search on the Google. Chat GPT was not at that time. Okay, so I just need to search documentation. Stack Overflow was the one of the favorite one, right? I hope you also use that Stack Overflow. Nowadays, most of the people are using. So that way we learn. I learn. Then I again switch to the HSBC for 6 months. It's a banking domain in the Pune itself. And again, I switch back to previous organization because they rehired me. Okay, then with the current Sybase software, I am almost with the 7 years right now. So Sybase also gives me lots of opportunity where I learn CDK as an infrastructure as a code tool. Okay, and other Kubernetes, Terraform, CDK, cloud formation, multiple opportunities I get in the Sybase software. And it's really like work life balance organization where I, it's not like never feel like I am in the comfort zone. So day to daily basis I am handling the multiple projects. Okay, even officially I'm handling 2 projects, but still some other managers or other colleagues reach out to me for any troubleshooting issues or any architecture decisions like that for the or AD documents reviewal process, something like that. So if you get good amount of good managers projects there and organization, ultimately you will learn and definitely we will get professional growth there. So based on the experience, that is the reason I just said don't lose hope, just try to learn whatever the market is need. So there definitely there might be some hidden door knocking for us. Okay, but if you are not ready at that time position, so your opportunity will take out for some other candidate, because nowadays lots of candidates are in the pipeline. So just be ready with the whatever the situation comes and whatever the knowledge required by the market. Just try to analyze the market, what is the needed right now. Okay, so just don't waste too much time on the any outdated technology. Okay, just try to learn the basic, at least we should have a basic understanding, networking part, your computing, your system storage, and latest one like your containerization, Docker container orchestration like Kubernetes, and there are other tools as well available in the market. So someone told me, I also check later part. So normally to manage the Kubernetes, we need to write down the YAML file. But there are paid tool as well in the market. You don't need to write down the YAML file as well. You just have to select the options. If you configure the AWS and identity access management policy, you will get 2 options. One is JSON and which graphical method. If you select graphical option and then you create the policy, then you can just check again. It will automatically generate into the JSON format, right? If you already work on that, so you can experience that. So same way, Kubernetes YAML file also you can generate in the by using the paid tools. So just keep set your goals, okay, and try to learn with the disciplined manner. So that way you can just learn. You can just set like 1 month or 2 months goal, whatever you have planning. So based on that. And definitely I'm dealing with the multiple stuffs, office, personal, and the family and the kids study as well. But still I'm giving the time for the community because I want to have at least some person success in his life. So before 6 months, lots of candidate get placed from my platform. But nowadays, because of the only market situation, because getting less calls or maybe other issues, so people are it's a down number of the people get down actually. But still, once we hope better for market situation, it will recover soon and people get hired again.
So going forward, the market will be good for DevOps engineers, Namdev, or it will be
It's
bad?
good currently as well, but only the issue with like package crunches and your number of years of experience. If you have 15 years of experience, 20 years of experience, or less than 2 years, so you will get some trouble there. Until and unless you are for freshers, it's very difficult to handle because they don't have a real time experience. That's a dark side of the market, because the way the education industry we are coming, right? So they are not teaching this real time basis things. We need to learn ourselves, and then the company will because basic stuff's already company handling by the either AI tools or any other internal resources, right? And if you are grow like 20 years or 15 years, definitely our package will be high. So in that case, if you are interested and if you are adjusting your package, so in that case might be they might be higher. So it's again depend on the ground level situation, how you are handling and how you are diplomatically handling that situation.
Yeah. But nowadays, like we have all the AI tools, right? So they're doing all the things, and
No, not all the things, only the basic part you can say. But if there are any complex project like for the e-commerce or any travel and hospitality, media and entertainment, so uh, AI tools we cannot give you the 100% guarantee. For the complex project, you definitely require the DBA. You are a solution architect person and you are a DevOps engineer. So don't rely completely on the AI tools. So definitely they will release your work pressure. So let's say somewhere a company need 10 resources, like, so in that case they might hire 5 or 6 instead of hiring the 10 candidate.
But candidates will be there, still there. It's not that zero will be the count.
No, no. Then what is the use of the AI? Because to run the AI, human is needed, right? It's
But AI agents
ultimately
is there, right? AI
eh,
agents are there, right?
yeah, but
AI agents
it's
can
it's
take care of.
continuously require the optimization, other stuffs. If entire market is getting down, then definitely it will be like end of the era. So definitely
So there,
number of calls or position might be less, but not like zero or something.
okay. So there was one Pune-based candidate guy here. I mean, to promote his company product.
Mhm.
What his product does is self-healing of infrastructure. It will self-healing of the infrastructure through AI agents. They write some AI agents, and that AI agents will heal the infrastructure by themselves. No human intervention is required. Let's say there is some Kubernetes part down or something like it down.
So it
The
will
AI agents will.
automatically detect the issue for the infrastructure. Okay. And but at least see one member at least required to have this provisioning the all the stuffs, right? From the scratch or something. So we cannot say ki 0% dependency will be there. At least 1% company should hire for that to manage this all those stuffs. We cannot 100% rely on the AI, whatever there AI bots, agents or something like that. 1% definitely will require there.
Okay. And do we need to learn AI agents, Namdev, for DevOps engineer role?
So for, yeah, definitely. So first try to learn these basic stuff. If you already know, you can just try to learn those AI Copilot, and Amazon also have multiple services, Q and other stuffs. We need to learn definitely. I just said as time passes, like with the market we need to sync. So now completely era is for the AI. So we need to learn the agents and the other Copilot related stuffs or any other things. So we need to go with the market flow.
Okay. So as of now, we have still time to learn the AI agents.
Yeah, and there are multiple industry as well who doesn't follow the cloud industry. Okay, as you said, banking sector, any very critical data, they know the very sensitive data. They never put on the cloud engineering, cloud servers. They put on into their data center, like banking one or any maybe medical pharma or something like that. So that also market will not be a zero definitely. So definitely the infra guy or DevOps engineer will be required. See, position will be overlap. Like before 10 years, there was a system engineer, system admin or system engineering position, but now it's replaced by the DevOps engineer, right? So in future might be AI engineer or something might be there. So we need to upskill continuously if we want to sustain in the market. With the same single technology, outdated technology, we cannot survive in the current situation right now. So we need to learn either forcefully, or we need to learn from any other stuffs.
So you mean we need to keep on adding our technologies,
Yes,
we need to keep on upgrade our
yeah,
skill set.
at least after every 6 months we need to upgrade ourselves at least.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Thanks, Namdev.
yeah, I think we almost covered all the questions and the things. In later part as well, if you have any questions, you can definitely feel free to add in these on my WhatsApp number as well. You can just message me, or DevOps Kata, the free community channel. You can post your message there as well. So thank you for the joining. Any other questions from, I think, Indrayan or Navit raise their
Yes.
hand? Yeah,
Hi.
yeah.
Actually, I just want to know, are we going to add Route 53 in this course?
Route to see. I just said I have not mentioned each and everything in the this table of content, but I will update today or tomorrow. These are the very basic stuff where, let's say, we are covering the load balancer and we are covering the three tier architecture. So definitely by default we will cover that service when we are doing the DNS mapping or other stuffs. So don't worry about that. Whichever the required services, I will definitely include that.
And
Okay,
Namdev,
thank you.
just for information, before this class, I mean, before this session, I
Mhm.
was thinking, I mean, I don't have to join this batch again because already I have like joined and I have like a good amount of experience and knowledge. So I was thinking that I don't have to join this batch again. But after discussing with you, going through all the lot of things. I mean, of course,
Mhm.
with your introduction itself, whatever you mentioned in the beginning of this session.
Mhm.
So I decided that I should join this session. So just letting you know, I'll
Yeah.
make the payment in
Thank you.
some time from now and share the details. Yeah, thanks a lot for
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
details.
Yeah. You have my number, right?
Yeah, your number. I'll share the details.
Okay. Okay.
And one last
Thank you.
question. You are mentioning some paid channel, right? So once we enroll into the batch, we will be automatically added to the
You
paid channel.
don't yeah, you don't need to pay any more on that. You will
Okay.
automatically part of that group.
And how about you are mentioning one more course, right? One more package, 999 package, wherein we'll get all the
No,
live
that is
sessions.
different one. See, if the person don't want to join the live batches because of his other priorities or not getting time, because some people might work 24/7 shift, right? So he can refer the recorded course as well. I have a recorded course, whichever the batches I till covered, that available on the Google Drive. So
Okay.
that person will get that recorded session only, not the live session.
Oh,
I mean
okay.
the not the live batches.
Oh, that 999 is for the live batches,
No,
the
no,
recorded
triple
one.
nine. Recorded. Yes. Naved, you had
So
something?
whatever you,
Yeah.
Just wanted to say thank you for sharing your journey. That's inspiring
Yeah.
and like excited to learn from someone who has like on ground and hands-on experience. So yeah, I'm
That is the
excited.
reason my course content fees is always less. If you check out any market, someone might selling their course beyond the 10,000 or more than that, or live classes like 50K, 1 lakh or something in the Bangalore base or any other cities.
15,000 is a package, Namdev, in Hyderabad.
Yeah.
Any course 15,000,
15 or
but they'll
50?
not be 1.5, 1.5, 1.5.
1.5. Okay. Okay.
1.5. I mentioned one course, right? I joined one course that was 15,000. Now they
Mm-hmm.
have increased to 22,000. Uh,
Okay.
they're trying to increase, but no one is joining. So they're trying coming back to 15,000. But the problem with
Mm.
that instructor is she does not spare any time. She only one-way communication. Whatever she mentions, that's the thing. And if you ask
Mm.
any questions, she said she says that, have you? I mean, did you have you done the hands-on to
Okay.
go back and see the recorded sessions? No more
Okay.
discussions. So there
Nice.
is one guy by name Pawan who is for QA.
Mm-hmm.
The way he explains you and I can correlate you with that person. Both of you will be patients, have lot of patience to explain the things. Both
Mm-hmm.
of you try to teach the people. Your intention
Mm.
is to make the people educated, make the people get knowledge on the particular topic, but
Yeah.
rather than make any money on that or through that teaching. So that is one
See,
thing. And coming to
definitely money is money. Definitely everyone want to earn the money, but equal to money, we also need to deliver the quality content. What the candidate is expecting.
yeah, that is true. You see, I myself joined three courses, two live sessions and one this live this DevOps batch.
Mm.
I just joined like that, and just like that, and with that, I actually even I enrolled for this yesterday's one also, Sonar Cube Jenkins integration.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
yeah.
means, yeah, so totally four would have completed.
Mm.
Um, I mean, I just joined, but I eventually ended up with doing four particular four things because of the quality. If there is no quality, then I would have not done all those things.
Definitely,
That is one
definitely.
thing.
I agree with that. Yes.
Yeah. So if there definitely no quality, I would have not done this thing, right? So where 199 and where is this 12,000? Totally different. Like there is no comparison between those two things. It's
Definitely.
not just money. For me, time is also important, right? What are the time I'm
Yes.
spending on this one? It's the same thing. If I spend on something else, I will upgrade my skill set. just not only money, like I need to think like time also. Time is more crucial for me than the money. And one
Yes.
last question, please. What is the difference between DevOps batch and then live that live class, this thing, live
Okay,
sessions that you
those
conduct?
okay, those are for only that person. Let's say, for example, some candidate they know Terraform, they know Kubernetes or something. But manlo yesterday next session coming from the Jenkins and SonarQube. If that person don't know SonarQube, at least those kind of person can join that session or
Okay.
any particular
So
technology.
after completing this DevOps batch, do we need to still attend those sessions or not
Not
required?
not required.
Not required. Okay.
Not required.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Thanks a lot, Namdev.
just yeah, thank you. And I'm just stopping the recording now. I will upload later. And yeah, if